Hello and welcome to You Can Hear the Fridge, because I'm in the kitchen because that's where the good light is, and also the AC is on because this is Florida and it's October and it is still up in the 90s, even though it rained yesterday and it did not bring the temperature down at all, and I was hoping it would. So today I'm just gonna do like a super quick little haul. I didn't buy like a whole bunch of stuff, but like 2 weeks ago, I've been sitting on this for 2 weeks because that's how difficult. The same day I put out my last video is when I bought these that I'm going to show to you, and that's how long it's been. But we're rolling along with it. I went to Tuesday morning and happened to find a light selection of Monster High dolls, Monster High, yeah, words, for $6.99 each, and I was just so excited because these are canceled, freaking canceled. So we're super excited to see them, so of course I bought a few. I did not buy all of them. I left behind the new redesign of Frankie Stein because she's just not my favorite. I couldn't have bought them all. I shouldn't have bought probably even what I did. So I tried to save myself some money that I shouldn't have been spending. But I left behind a Frankie Stein and a second Draculaura. I did buy, you're about to see, I did buy a Draculaura, but there was another version of Draculaura that I did not buy. But I got these three for $6.99 each. And so the first one in the bag, this is Cleo of the Garden Ghouls line, which I don't even remember seeing these in the first place. I've seen them online, like I've definitely seen the tree lady there, Teresa Thornwillow. I've seen her online for sure. Amazon is always recommending her to me because I'm always looking at Monster High dolls because I covet them so much. They're so pretty. Look at her, she's so pretty. She's got the wings. I've always loved like the blue streaks in Cleo's hair when they do them. She doesn't always have them, I don't think, but when they do it, it's great. Actually, the Toralei from this line looks really great too. She's got orange with the blue streak in it. Nice complementary colors going on there. I like that. She could deal with a better dress. I don't really like her dress. But that's simple enough to fix. Just make her another dress. I don't know why I did that voice. But yes, this dress is, Cleo's dress is actually, I'm iffy on it too. I like it, but I'm also not sure I love it. And I think honestly that I want to customize a few dolls, maybe not necessarily repaints because I'm not great with a paintbrush. Y'all have probably seen some of my trying to art. I couldn't even splatter paint that one time, remember that? Oh boy, that's embarrassing, but I sure did put it online anyway. But doll clothing is just small real people clothing, and I'm pretty good, tooting my own horn here, I'm pretty good at clothing, constructing clothing. I mean, I do it professionally, so, right? I get to brag a little, but, yeah. And I've been kind of wanting to since my boss does it. My boss has all these dolls that he has made these lovely new little outfits for. And some of my other coworkers do it as well. There's one of my coworkers who crochets these gorgeous dresses for these dolls, and I'm just like, alright, I can't really crochet for nonsense, but those are super cute, and I would never be able to do it. But it makes me want to, like, customize a doll a little bit. So she's a possible candidate just because this dress isn't like it's good. It's not bad. But I don't love it. And I could probably make something that I just adored. But yeah, moving on. Because I only bought 3 of these, but I'm sure I'm gonna talk for 30 minutes about it. And then one that I was really excited about, Monika DK, from really only since the reboot did she start. She wasn't from before the reboot, I don't think, or I don't remember her anyway. And her little dance costume there, and her hair being up so pretty with the little tiara. Like, I know she's one of the villain characters, but like, oh, it's so pretty. I don't 100% understand the weird harness. The sort of weird kinky harness going on. The plastic piece over the fabric. But I like it. It might be a little weird on a children's doll. Just saying. But I, as an adult, like it. She's got, oh my god, look at these, like, just straight up evil shoes. Like, if that was a real shoe, I would not wear it. You would have to be a ballerina to balance on those. Like, holy crap, Foley. There's no heel. Like, it's not like the ones where they have, like, weird wedges, like just really tall wedges or really tall heels. There's no heel. That is a scary shoe, man. And like the little green tool, I don't know if you can see that well on camera, but the little green tool sticking out. I could put some wire in that and actually make it stand out more of like a tutu, like in the illustration. I might actually do that, because that would be super cute. Yeah, I don't know if I don't have anything better to say other than she's cute and I like her, and that's why I bought her. I mean, obviously, I don't, sometimes I buy things I don't like, but that really all depends. And then actually from the same series of dolls, I have the Draculaura. This is the Draculaura I did purchase. I adore her little dress going on there. Just adore it. The pink and the blue is really a me thing. I've loved pink and blue ever since I was a kid. I absolutely am devastated that I went through a phase where I pretended to hate pink because I thought I wouldn't be punk enough to fit in with my middle school friends. Like, my middle school friends were punkish goth, and so I, like, rejected femininity for a while to feel like, because I was afraid, but honestly, I think they knew I was fake, and that's why I lost my friends. Anyway, you know what? I don't really want to go all the way into that story. But yeah, anyway, there was a phase where I just, like, rejected the color pink, even though pink and blue together have always been my favorite colors. Like, when I was a little kid and people would ask, I'd say pink and blue, and they'd be like, no, what's your one favorite color? And I would be like, pink and blue. Like, seriously. so this is so my aesthetic, and so I left behind, the one that I left behind was just her regular dress from the, like, newest movie, that whole reboot thing. And honestly, the new faces look less bad on some of the dolls, because like these were from the reboots. I'm not sure. I think the Cleo I bought is from before the, like, redesign that happened. I wasn't really paying attention when all of this happened, so I'm learning about it after the fact and only halfway caring, because what I really care about is, oh no, it's over. But yeah, but Draculaura, the dolls, I think the face actually works on her. It didn't in the movie, so we'll move into, I'll talk about Welcome to Monster High. Welcome to Monster High is the film that happened after the redesign of the characters that actually did in fact reboot the animated series as well. They took everything that had happened, all of the lore, threw it all out the window, completely reimagined it, made this movie called Welcome to Monster High, and honestly, the faces are so wrong. And just the faces, like, their bodies were fine, their clothes, like, all the clothes and stuff were still in the spirit of the old styles anyway, but the faces were all different and just wrong. And wrong despite the fact that I honestly believe the animation quality in that film is so much better than the animation quality in any of the prior 3D films. The film is 3D, and a lot of the other films were 3D, although the original TV series, or YouTube/TV series was not hand animated, but flat, 2D. Still probably done with a computer though. Flash or something probably. But yeah, the 3D animation was genuinely higher quality, and everything else about the film looked so good, so great. But these faces are just wrong somehow, and I don't know how to describe the just off-putting sensation that happened. And I'm honestly not sure if it's because I'm accustomed to the old designs, or if it's because there's something inherently strange about the new faces. I really honestly I don't know enough to know, to be honest. And you know, we don't live in a world where those two things are separated, so I could never know. I could never know the answer to that, but the faces are wrong. But I still honestly, Welcome to Monster High is the best Monster High movie. Hands down, just miles above. It's so, the plot is so cohesive in a way that some of the other ones just weren't. Like, I watched Great Scarier Reef right before I watched Welcome to Monster High, and the thing is, like, Great Scarier Reef starts out with this, like, well, the title of this is Great Scarier Reef, but here's this dance thing we're doing, and spins an inordinate amount of time setting up Laguna's, like, stage fright and stuff, but I honestly don't think it pays off well. I honestly found that film was really weird because it acted like it was a problem that she had stage fright, like that was the problem. And no, like, it's okay. It's okay you don't have to want to do that, even if you used to do it. Like, you can develop stage fright and it's fine. She had some issues other than that going on, definitely, that were semi-addressed, but I just thought it was weird the way that film focused on, like, the stage fright being the flaw that she needed to fix, and it was weird. It was weird to me. But just how they ended up in the Great Scarier, it was such a non sequitur, and it's baffling. But Welcome to Monster High is so endearing, and at first I was like, this is weird because this is not the story. But once I realized having the ghoul friends, like the original ghoul friends, create Monster High gives it so much more meaning. Like, if it had been that from the beginning, can you just imagine, like, if they made the school, so it wasn't just that the school felt like home, it's that they created home for themselves. And that, to me, like, I was like, once it pinged in my head, I went, yes, actually, this is really good. And then moving the story towards like, we would like to be able to coexist with humans, and making the conflict be with someone who doesn't want that. That's all. I mean, it's generic in a way, but it's also, it's prevalent because it's interesting. It's a potentially very interesting thing. And I think it's really sad that obviously they're not going to go much further with that. I don't think there are any more movies on the slate. The doll line is basically canceled, even if they haven't officially announced it. They put out what they had slated to put out, like, at the beginning of this year, and then there's nothing. There's no new news. They might have put out an official cancellation, but I think that's really sad, because I think they had some interesting places they could have started going, especially with the whole introduction of a character that isn't human, that existed in the human world by pretending to be human, and beginning to look at that and explore that. I think they found the themes that could have been really strong all along, instead of, and not that I didn't love it. I love it. I love the quirky adventures in Monsterland kind of thing that all of the movies were. Like, Freaky Fusion is great. I'm sure it also had its flaws. I remember really liking it, though. I just also don't remember it super clearly. But it was great, and, like, being able to do that and put out the new designs for the dolls. Like, I love all the dolls that sort of came out of the Freaky Fusion thing, and offshoots that happened in the toy lines from all of those ideas were great. And I think there could have been a way to mix that, to actually mix that with what could have started to happen from the strong baseline that I really honestly think Welcome to Monster High was. Unfortunately, people stopped buying the dolls. The girls who were originally the age range have grown up, and they are probably, you know, between the age where, you know, oh, it's not cool anymore, and then, like, oh, I'm an adult collector. They're, you know, that age now, and you have to have gotten younger kids interested in it, and the next group of younger kids, and the next group of younger kids, and that just didn't happen. And that happens to a lot of toy lines, and it's really sad. And I'm sad. But that's the cycle. I'm gonna find as many of these dolls as I can while I can, and then they're gonna start going way up in price, y'all, so hope you're ready. But that's actually all I'm gonna talk about today. I think this was a good little haul/vlog kind of thing, and I'm excited to put it out there, and I'm excited to see you guys next time.